And we are back with another episode of Bayou Boys. Welcome, viewers and listeners. I am your boy Joe, and you see who it is right here with me. It's your boy Bossmane Dunn. We are back to give you more news and predictions on sports. Hey, but check it out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and always share, comment, and hit that like button. And also, don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Bayou Boys Sports. You hear me? Hey, I appreciate y'all for coming and tuning in with your boys. All right. But look, real quick, I just want to know, Boss Man, have you heard what them went on with the 49ers? Man, them boys traded Deebo to the Commanders for a fifth round pick. Man, what you think about that?
Man, shout out to the Commanders. You know, we all honorary Commanders fan now because of that boy Jalen Daniels. Jaden Daniels, I mean. I just think they just got another weapon. You know, they already got that boy Scary Terry over there. Zach Ertz getting up in age, but he's still a pretty good tight end. Still got Brian Robinson Jr. at the running back position. I think the Commanders just got better. And for the 49ers to give him away for a fifth round pick, basically nothing, it's like a slap in the face. Maybe they think they can come across something in this draft that I don't know about. But Commanders just got better in my eyes. So Deebo's ready to go. He went to a team that went to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback. I mean, they're only going to get better from here. If their defense stays the same, then the Commanders are going to be scary next year, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. They already had a fire. Well, to be honest, I ain't gonna just say they just had a great offense. However, it was time to show up in the playoffs. Them boys definitely showed up. And having Deebo Samuel on your side, you already know how electrifying he is. You know, he could take that thing and hit his head on the goalpost at any moment. So, man, not only, like you said, they have Scary Terry, man, they got Deebo Samuel, Zach Ertz, man, even Austin Eckler. You know, as long as that O-line hold up, which, as you saw this year, they did pretty decent. And even if they do fall a little bit, man, Jaden Daniels, man, he got a set of legs on him anyway. You know, so I feel like they just got better. Like you said, the only thing is it going to be enough to beat the Eagles? That's the only thing. Because that's, to me, they might go back to back with a team that young, and they just made the Chiefs look like they didn't even supposed to be there. So that's the team to beat next year, if you ask me.
Well, I don't think the Eagles are going back to back simply because they didn't got rid of most of the coaching staff that they had. And I think coaching plays a big part in a team's success. Not saying that they're not going to replace those guys with some good names, but it's kind of hard to go back and win when you don't necessarily have the same. You're not necessarily using the same tools, the same game plan that you had to win the season before. And then, even with the Commanders getting better, you just never know what the NFL is going to bring over this offseason, what's going to happen in the draft, what teams are going to pick up who. A lot of big names that are free agents this year. So you just never know. But I don't think the Eagles are going back. I don't know.
All right, but look, bringing up the NFL draft, man, how do you feel about the number one pick? A lot of people thinking the start from Penn State, Carter, you know, to go for the first round going to the Titans. Man, do you think that's a solid pick for them?
I think the Titans could use just about anything. I wouldn't necessarily go Abdul Carter if I'm the Tennessee Titans. I'm not completely sold on Will Levis. Titans defense is pretty good already, but I think they need to work more on that offense. I mean, I got Tony Pollard, the running back. He didn't really do anything this year. Like I said, I'm not sold on Will Levis. So I think I can see the Titans going offense instead of Abdul Carter. And also with the recent news of his potential foot injury, I think a lot of NFL teams are going to look at that as like a liability in the future. So we just wait and see. I still, we still got Cam Ward, Shador, Travis Hunter, all of them. Excuse me. My question to you is, who do you think what quarterback will be drafted first? Cam Ward or Shador? And before you answer, I just want to go into the last two drafts. Uh,
Okay.
2 years ago, it was out of Bryce Young and CJ Stroud. Bryce Young was picked first. CJ Stroud had the better season. Last year, it was between Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. Caleb Williams was drafted first. Jaden Daniels had the better season. So I'm starting to see like a little trend in the hype about these quarterbacks. So I just want to know, who do you see going first, Cam Ward or Shador Sanders?
Uh, well, I'm gonna say this right before I even answer that. To say to bring it up that the second quarterback, weighing your options between the number one, number two quarterback going in the draft. Normally, your best quarterback is going to the worst team in the NFL, and you need a team, so you're going to the worst team. So the chances on your team being good that year when you come in is very slim. Everybody don't get that type of opportunity to fit in, especially with CJ Stroud. No one thought the Houston Texans was going to be that good last year. It just so happened the pieces came together. But to be honest, I feel like the Titans should go with Shador. Shador has already been under the spotlight. There's nothing he hasn't seen already. He is Deion Sanders' son. So that comes with it. He already knows what's expected of him. Every year in college he done got better and better. Less interceptions as it keep going, more passing yards. Man, the guy is like really Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, and Joe Burrow kind of put together. I'm not saying he's on their level right now. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay,
as far
okay.
as coming in from college, he is like all three of them in one because he makes good decisions with the ball. He knows how to put the ball in the right place, and he knows how to read defense, man. Don't
So
get me
you think
wrong.
so you think Shador is more NFL ready than Cam Ward?
Yes, even with the hype, even with the spotlight, because at the end of the day, whoever the number one quarterback, I mean, we could say draft pick, but the number one quarterback, wherever he go, the spotlight is coming to him. He brought the spotlight to HBCU down there in Jackson, Mississippi, and from there he went to Colorado, was the bottom of the bottom. And you telling me in 2 years, not 4 years, not 3 years, in 2 years, in your last year, your senior year, y'all was able to be ranked and almost made the playoffs. I'm not taking anything from Cam Ward, but you went from Washington State to Miami. My guy took the bottom of the bottom and I almost took him to the top. And I know this ain't horseshoes and we talking about almost, but he definitely made Colorado relevant. Miami already relevant. So it's not like Cam Ward took a team to be relevant. We already knew about Miami. But Colorado was the last resort.
Well, to go off what you said earlier, first I do want to say that I do agree. I do think Shador is the more NFL ready quarterback than Cam Ward. But to your statement, you said normally that first quarterback goes to a sorry team. Okay,
Listen to yes.
just to kind of go off what you said, before CJ Stroud got to the Houston Texans, I don't think they made they was like 4 and something the year before that, did not go to the playoffs. CJ Stroud, first year, he took them to the playoffs.
Can I
Jaden
stop you
Daniels.
right there?
Wait.
Can I stop you right there? Hold on. Let me stop you right there.
Wait.
They was not the Panthers though.
All I'm saying is he took a sorry team to the playoffs. And to
Okay.
continue what I was saying, Jaden Daniels to the Washington Commanders. Washington Commanders were not a threat to anybody the previous year.
Right.
Jaden Daniels get there, he takes them to the playoffs. Not saying they're not the Chicago Bears. If you ask
Right.
me, the Chicago Bears really had more weapons offensively than Jaden Daniels had. and Jaden Daniels still had the better season. But I'm not saying that to take away from any of these great quarterbacks. I'm just saying it's usually who ESPN is hyping, who everybody's hyping up. Oh, he's going to be this, he's going to be this. Normally, it's that second guy who ends up having a better start of their career than that first guy. And with that being said, we're talking about quarterbacks. I'm going to go to the Jets.
Tell me about the Jets.
The Jets are getting rid of, basically I already said they're trying to move along from Aaron Rodgers. I just saw in the news that they're announced that they're taking offers for Devontae Adams.
Wow.
My question to you is: are the Jets falling apart? Are they back again in the rebuilding stage?
They are definitely back again in the rebuilding stage.
Definitely back again.
They don't know. They don't know what they're doing right now. I told them before, don't take Aaron Rodgers. Don't take. They didn't want to listen to me. You ain't gotta listen to me. I don't know nothing. I'm just talking on YouTube.
He said, "Don't take Aaron Rodgers."
And you see what they got.
Like,
you see what they got.
Zach
you
Wilson
see what they
was
got.
the answer? You say Zach Wilson was the answer?
They was in the same. You was gonna be in the same predicament with Zach Wilson or Aaron Rodgers. You was gonna be in the same predicament. It's more than just the quarterback they need. They need everything. They need a line. They need. Man, they need weapons.
And they fired their head coach.
More so, they need a line though.
I just think.
Hold on. You keep going.
I just think with the whole Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers, getting on live and acting like they about to come do this and come do that in New York, and for the Jets to finish with the type of record that they had, it was just ridiculous. Just wasted everybody's time, wasted everybody's expectations. Even Mr. Defense best cornerback in the league was getting burnt this year. So it's like, I don't know what the Jets got going on over there. I'm not sure who's making the decisions. It must be related to somebody in New Orleans or something. I don't know. But I do want to see the Jets eventually get it together. But as of right now, they're going downhill.
Yeah, man. I don't know who's making it worse. I don't know if it's the Jets or the Saints. I hate to bring my Saints up into it, but man, I don't know if it's the GM. I don't know if it's the owners. They ain't trying to win or something. I know they say it's politics and everything, and that's what it got to be, because something not clicking for them. It was high expectations. Be honest, they could have. I don't know. It's just Aaron Rodgers need to go. I hate to say it like that. I know a lot of people, that's they call him a GOAT, and he's one of the best quarterbacks. Like I just said, he need to go.
Everybody can't finish their career like Brady.
Exactly. Everybody trying to chase Brady.
Everybody can't be Brady. Super Bowl. Sometimes
also,
you gotta know
one thing about but and then you gotta also know what predicament you're going in. Brady also went into a system. All they needed was a quarterback to be successful. They already had a top 5, if not top 10 defense. With the Buccaneers, you went to a top 5 O-line. They already had Mike Evans over there, and who was the running back? Leonard Fournette, and you brought in AB, and you brought in Gronkowski. I mean, you added on. All they needed was a quarterback, and you added on to the offense. It'd be honestly, if Aaron Rodgers would have went to who a team. I don't want to take anything from Jared Goff, but I feel like it'd be a different story if Aaron Rodgers maybe was over there, because Aaron Rodgers is more mobile than Goff.
I can't say I agree with that. I think Goff in Detroit is like a perfect fit. I think it's a great fit.
None of came with Brady.
Me personally. But also with these quarterbacks, I know the Jets were eventually interested in Matt Stafford, but he agreed on contract terms with the Rams, so he's not going anywhere. He's going to
He,
stay with the Rams.
he, that's
Um,
the best thing they could do. Best thing he could do.
if they just want to come take Derek Carr off our hands, I have no problem against that. You know what I'm saying?
Come
If
get
if
them
that's, a,
yesterday.
if that's something that they want to do, make the call. We can probably make that happen. Uh, but yeah, the Jets are done for, man. But I also want to,
Yeah, they
before we
don't.
move on, I also want to announce that Travis Kelsey. I know we talked about on our last show if he was going to retire or not. Well, he did announce that he's not going to
Man, you saw
retire.
that.
He's coming back with the Chiefs. He said he wants to try to win again. Do you think the Chiefs have what it takes to get to the Super Bowl again?
As long as you get, as long as you got your homeboy at the helm, hey, they got a chance.
Hmm.
They got a chance. If Andy decide to come back next year, they have a chance. What he
Hmm.
haven't since he been in the league, what he ain't make it to the Super Bowl maybe what 2 years? Man, it's hard. It's hard to say they're not going to go back. I
Hmm.
mean, every year we keep saying, "Oh, this the less team. This the weakest team the Chiefs they ever had with Patrick Mahomes," and somehow, in some way, they still end up there. So we can't never count them out. Definitely.
Well, I do think, as I've been saying, they did have the best player in the league on their team, uh, Taylor Swift, and they did also have the maybe the other best players in the league as well on their team, the referees. But neither one of
Dang.
those players came to show up in the Super Bowl, and I think we did just witness the end of the Chiefs dynasty. Jalen Hurts came through and put that to bed. Freight Train, Saquon came through and put that to bed. Um,
Yeah.
do I see the Chiefs going back to the Super Bowl next year? No, but you can never count them out. Oh, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that. Like the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
No matter where the Warriors at, you can just never count them out. So
Okay.
I don't think
Okay.
they're gonna go back to the Super Bowl, but you just can never count them out.
Um, I wanted to hop back on the subject with the draft because I realized that a lot of top picks decide not to even go to the NFL Combine. Do you feel like the NFL Combine is necessary?
I do want to know what is the relevance of the combine. I know they're looking for size, height. I
Speed.
always like to bring up the Joe Burrow thing when they said his hands were too small to be an NFL quarterback, and Joe
Mm-hmm.
Burrow was one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL. Tua's too small to be a quarterback. Tua's
Yep.
still in the NFL, still an NFL quarterback. I just don't understand
Yep.
what is the real purpose of the combine. What are we looking for? Um, just because a person can run a 4.2 or run a 4.4 doesn't make them a NFL caliber player, if that makes sense.
Right.
Just because a quarterback can make three consistent passes wide open with no pressure doesn't make
Pressure.
him NFL
Mm-hmm.
ready to be a quarterback. So I just think over the years the combine has got kind of watered down. All of these, analytics and everything about what a linebacker size is supposed to be, what an O line size is supposed to be. I just don't think that
Mm-hmm.
really matters anymore. You can't really go off of that. It's all about what that player do when he get out there on that field. So I personally don't think the combine is relevant. I don't necessarily I don't judge a player combine results about how they gonna be in the league. Cause like I said, it's easy to do that with nobody in front of you. You know what I'm saying? When you hike that ball and you got Myles Garrett, you got Aaron Donald, you got Cam Jordan, Carl Autumn boys, 300-pound linemen running after you. That's what's gonna make you an NFL quarterback. Your decision making then, not just dropping back, throwing open passes. So I'm not really a big fan of the combine myself.
Hey, I would agree. I agree with this boy Steven. in the chat, he said most go to the combine to hire their stock. The ones who have high draft stock usually don't go to the combine. It's for the ones that either go look over, who got looked over, or wasn't highly chosen on NFL team draft boards. So I believe that, that's the ones who really go to the combine. However, should film gonna tell you what this player actually gonna do. Is actually was gonna show, was gonna separate them from the bunch. So, it's almost just like a high schooler going to a college camp. Just got to get eyes on them. So for them to even go look at their film. So yeah, I believe it. I see you up in there, Steven, with the chat. You talking some good info.
And I can see
But
like
look,
you said, the ones he said they got looked over or wasn't highly, chosen. That's probably, I guess, their platform to come showcase, I guess, their talents. But again, like you said, the real talent is going to show on the film. It's not going to show on
That's
an
true.
offensive lineman's 40 time if he can really protect the quarterback. It's not going to show how many reps he can do of what I think it's 235 that they live. How many reps he
Right.
can, that's not gonna show if he's an NFL ready player in my eyes. That's just my eyes. But like you said, I do see the aspect of, okay, this person from this D2 school, didn't really have the spotlight on him all season. So he's coming here to
Right.
show that, hey, I can do whatever these big names guys are doing, at these other schools. I can do the same
Like
thing.
Jim, like if it wasn't for Dion, would we even know about Jimmy Horn? So like someone like him, that's a good person, to go to the combine. Like other than having that spotlight with Travis Hunter and Shador, like that's good for him to go to the combine. Like to show other skills that he have.
Right.
But look,
You will argue with
man,
me.
health is wealth. Health is wealth. Health is wealth, and you have to stay healthy to be successful in any sport. And Joel Embiid does not have that. Man, have you heard? I mean, the boy has been ruled out for the rest of the NBA season. Man, what you think he ought to do? You think the 76ers need to move on from him?
I think Embiid is probably the most hated person in Philly right now. I think all the fans probably got some words for him. I think Embiid should just retire. I don't know if this was last year, a couple years ago, where there was, he had like the little problems with his face where he couldn't really.
I think that was last year.
I think Embiid himself is just falling apart. I don't think that he can continue to play basketball at this, high skill level for too much long. I just think he needs to go and give it up. I don't know what he's holding on to. Not like he's running out of money.
30 years up.
So
you think he's running out of money?
I think he need to go and give it up.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like you give him one more year or something. Because I think they ought to just give him one more year. If it's the same results, we already have another star over there, Maxey. Give it to him. Pass the torch. Because at this point, you're just stat chasing. And that's why I feel like Joel Embiid just be doing out there. He's just stat chasing. Because if the game not going his way, I just feel like he just give up. He doesn't fight to go, to get back in the ball game. It just is what it is. So, Joel, I wish you well.
Them boys got Paul George, Maxey, Embiid, and they still sorry. Embiid has played. I don't think Embiid has played 50 games this. I don't think he's played like 40 games this season. So
no, I don't think so.
What are we holding on to? I would retire. I would drop him. I would cut him. No point in paying you all this money for you to be riding the bench like Ben Simmons. That's how I look at it.
But let me get to some good news because they're going to drain me out with this injury. You saw you see the Lakers. They on the 5-game winning streak. That boy LeBron and Luka. They finally then start clicking, and they balling over there. They look scary, man. They look real scary over there. How far you got going in the playoffs?
Well, the Lakers are third in the West right now. Since the All-Star break, LeBron has been averaging like 30, 10, and 5.
At 40.
He's 40. He's 40. I just wonder, he's 40. Still averaging 30, 10, and 5 since the All-Star break. The Lakers are looking pretty scary. All of this talk about, they don't have a big man. They don't have a center. Will they come back and bite them in the playoffs? I don't know. Still got to get past that European horse racing guy that they call the Joker. That was number 2 in the West.
They ain't have a problem with them the other night.
That's one game. It's a 7-game series, a long series. All I'm saying.
True. That's true.
7-game series. I do want the Lakers to have a good playoff run. Maybe Western Conference Finals at the most. If they go further than that, I'm surprised. I'm gonna just say that. I'm surprised. But I definitely see them. They're gonna get out of the first round for sure. So
you think the Lakers gonna be put out the first round?
Conference Finals. Maybe Western Conference Finals. Maybe. Luka's looking great. Luka just had 30 the other night on the Clippers. You know what I'm saying? So look, LeBron didn't have a double-double the past 3 games.
I'm finna talk heavy.
They're not looking like they're slowing down right now. That's all I'm
saying. Man, let me talk. Man, LeBron doing what he been wanting to do since he been in the NBA. Let me play quarterback. Luka, you be Saquon Barkley. You get the shine, you get the light, you get the points. Let me get my little rebounds, little assists, and he gonna get his points. He gonna score his buckets.
We
just need everybody else to play a part.
Austin Reed's been balling lately. My boy Rui.
Stop 2 of them. Hey, he been stepping up big time.
My boy Rui been balling lately.
Yes.
So I don't know, but also since we talking about the West, the Warriors only lost 1 game since Jimmy Butler been there.
Oh my goodness! This boy Steph Curry.
He just had 56 the other night on the Magic. 56, 12 3-pointers. The Warriors are
this guy not normal.
Right now. The Warriors 7th in the West right now. Like I said, it's one of the teams you can never count them out. You can't count them out, man.
Yeah, man. But I mean, the only thing the Warriors got a problem with is with your boy who just got over there, and that's Jimmy Butler.
Jimmy always in the news for the wrong reasons.
Ain't it?
Why you
What's wrong
why you got a lawsuit over unpaid rent? How much pull up that man contract? How many M's he make a year?
God dog.
Why you having a problem with unpaid property damage? What?
I'm just saying he acting like he living like me right now.
That's why you
don't
have no problem.
Hey man, you balling. You got more.
No problem,
you shouldn't be living like me. I ain't nothing but little old Polo Joe around here.
They said that boy rent was like 100 bands though. He was renting out 100 bands a month. Crazy. It's crazy.
I got a house for him right now. Hey, I got a house for him right now. When nobody even know you live here.
100 bands a month. He said, them boys don't trade me. I'm gonna stop. He said, I'm gonna stop playing basketball. I'm gonna stop paying where I live. I'm just gonna disappear until them boys get me out of here.
Man, I need to get my money up now. My funny up. Let me stop laughing at the end of this.
Man,
that's crazy. 100 bands for rent. People just blowing money. But
I
look,
don't know, man. But
um,
like Jimmy, what if besides that, once Jimmy get that tab taken care of, the Warriors gonna be straight, man. The Warriors gonna be straight. Now another team I like
man, how you?
who we haven't been talking about are the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons
Really?
was on an 8-game winning. This is the same Pistons we were laughing at them last year. I'm talking about laughing stock of the league. Now them boys, I think sixth in the East, led by that
Hmm.
boy Cade Cunningham, who's averaging 25 points and 9 assists. I like what the Pistons are doing over there. I like that they got that fight in them. The team is playing together. The team morale is up. You know what I'm saying? So just be on the lookout for them Pistons in the playoffs. Just be on the lookout for them Pistons, man.
Yeah, definitely. And sure, another team that actually they was tripping at first. They had back-to-back losses was the Celtics, and they finally turned it around today, and they finally got a win. And like you just said, the Pistons blew them out the other night by 20, 117-97. So hey, the Celtics better get it together because I mean, yeah, they just lost to Cleveland. So 123 to 116. That's the team you gotta beat. You want to go back to the finals. Hey, just because you won one, hey, you gotta keep it going. It don't just stop there. So I don't know. They gotta keep it together.
I think the
But
Celtics
like you
are a great
say,
team.
in the 7 game series though, they're gonna knock out most of the teams anyway. I mean, they got a good team overall. It's gonna be hard to hold them in the 7 game series. Just to beat them one game, okay, that's fine. But 7 games, best out of 7, it's gonna be tough to beat.
One team who needs to stop winning. Yes, I said stop winning.
Okay.
Or the New Orleans Pelicans. I was cool with us being last in the West. Why we wanna go on a little streak now? The season done over with. Tank like we supposed to. Now we next
uh,
to last in the West. Stop winning games. That's what I need y'all to do, man.
I
Cooper
don't think
Flag
they
to
want
New
Cooper
Orleans.
Flag, man.
Cooper Flag to New
I
Orleans,
don't want
man.
Cooper Flag.
If we can't get Cooper, at least give me Ace. Dylan Harper.
Ace.
I take Ace. If we can't get Cooper, I take Ace.
Okay, I get that. That's cool. We need more than just that anyway.
We need to stop winning. That's what we need to do. But
Man. But look, March Madness finna come up. And all I'm gonna say is if it ain't that H, it ain't gonna get straight. You better get on that bandwagon right now before it's too late. You know what I'm saying? That H ain't for nothing. Gonna make it holler, you heard me?
yeah,
Gonna make it
yeah.
holler. Them boys is coming. Man, the defense is there. That boy Tugler, hey, the cleanup man, BG, baby gangster. The cleanup man. Look, man, it's like I ain't gonna say he Danny Green. I mean not Green. I ain't gonna say he Draymond Green, but he close to it. He might not be, so emotional like him, but definitely when it comes to playing defense, I mean, he a man out there. You ain't just coming in that paint thinking you gonna dominate. He
So
just like Waka Flocka. Go hard in the
you
paint,
think
man.
you think Houston gonna make a run in the tournament?
Gonna make a run. Shoot, they are the run. Run it up. Come get at
Look,
us.
for Houston to make a run, they're gonna have to beat number 1 Auburn, number 2 Duke,
Hey, all that big man stuff out. Hey,
who's
y'all
that?
better
Number
shoot.
3 Florida.
They gonna have to be Steph. Hey, somebody gonna have to be Steph Curry to beat them. Someone's gonna have to be Curry. The defense is immaculate. Get at us.
I'm going to them Duke Blue Devils, man. Going to them Duke Blue Devils. Now, one team who I do is going to be one of them Cinderella teams right here. My Cinderella team for the tournament is going to be St. John's.
Oh yeah,
led by Mr. Rick Pitino.
What they rank? What they rank?
Number 7. St. John's ranked number 7. They got their first Big East title since 1985. I think this is on Pitino's second year. Man, dog. Coaching rap sheet is just crazy. I'm interested to see what St. John is going to do in the tournament. You know, I'm all about the coaching, man. Especially kind of hard to watch college basketball these days because there's not a lot of coaching going on because everybody out there think they Steph Curry and just want to jack up threes all the doggone time. But when you got a team that's led by a good coach, you can tell the difference in the game style. And I think them boys in St. John's only lost 2 games this whole season. Not saying that the Big East is just a hard conference, but to only lose 2 games in the season, I mean, it's pretty darn good to me. So there has been a lot of upsets in college basketball lately, but nobody's upset at them boys at St. John. So that's all I got to say. I'm interested to see what them boys do in the tournament. Yeah, that's where I'm at.
I want to. And I just thought about it. You talking about Houston got to worry about Florida. Them dudes just lost to Georgia.
They did lose to Georgia. But you know what I say about conference play.
I don't give a care.
Okay.
I don't look at that moment. At that moment, what they was ranked 2?
Yeah, 3? They was ranked 2.
Ranked
they was ranked 2.
2 or 3. You supposed to be that team at that point in your conference, right? Oh, I'm sorry, because Auburn number 1. So you're gonna be the second best, right? And you lost to Georgia? That's almost like
SEC, right?
Yeah, they SEC.
So let me tell you something else. This we talking about the SEC, right? Auburn is the number 1 team in the country, SEC. Vanderbilt, not ranked at all. Just beat 2 ranked teams. Texas A&M and Missouri in the same week.
We ain't worried about them. They not top 5.
Conference games are harder than regular games. When you play against them teams that's in your conference, them boys are playing harder.
They not. Hey, I get that. They not top 5. Neither one of them boys right there. You talking about top 5? We talking about top 5 in the nation. They not top 5 in the nation.
For a team in your conference to upset 2 ranked teams in the same week is crazy.
They not top 5 in the nation. That means they shouldn't even been ranked. Who ranking them? 5.
Same people that ranking everybody.
Get them out of there because they don't know what they doing. I got something about that ranking. Hey, I got to talk about that ranking later. I ain't going to tell you right now. I'm going to hold it off. I'm going to let it marinate like that steak I cooked earlier. You heard me? Real talk.
Okay.
But look.
One team we ain't got to worry about in the rankings is that LSU men's basketball.
Hey, Silk the Shocker. Hey, come here. Hey, man, I listened to your music growing up. What your son doing over there, son? Hey, he supposed to be get them boys rowdy. Y'all supposed to be bowdy. Y'all supposed to be ready. Supposed to be taking them out. They ain't doing none of that over there.
LSU men's basketball ain't been bowdy since Ben Simmons. And I don't know how long ago that was.
That was 2017.
I don't know how long ago that was.
That was 2017.
We talk about the women all the time. We talk about every sport. We talk about football, even goddamn gymnastics. LSU cannot have a top men's basketball team if their life depended on it. Them boys are 3-13 in the conference this year. They finished the
That's
season
sad.
14 wins and 15 losses. They have never won a national championship in basketball in the history of men's.
Never.
LSU has never won a college basketball championship. We haven't been ranked in the top 10. Just take a guess. How long? We in 2025. When last time the LSU was ranked top 10 in basketball?
Top 10?
Top 10. Not top 5. Not top 5, just top 10.
When we said Ben Simmons was there? 2017? 18? Probably when Ben Simmons was there.
Years ago.
Yeah.
But long story short,
last time they was there?
Boys have been ranked top 10 since 2019. Now we say, okay, I hear that. I start to look into the coach. Well, the coach that we got this year, I think it's only his second year. And we finished the season with a losing record. So I think it's gonna be his last year.
Oh my goodness.
I think it's gonna be his last year. I don't know if LSU do we need better recruits or we not getting players? Is it the coaching scheme? I don't know. But it's just amazing me how we're dominant in almost every other sport. Even softball, we're dominant in softball. I think the swim team even go crazy. But the men's basketball team can't do a doggone thing. That's just crazy to me.
Well, to talk more about LSU news, it ain't like the women basketball just gave us something good to talk about tonight. Anyway, tonight, the last game, how in the heck y'all lose to Alabama and Ole Miss? What are we doing out there?
You know what we're doing? You know what we're doing out there? Turning the ball over. We had 23 turnovers today. Oh,
that got to be a season high.
I pulled this stat too. We averaged 14 turnovers a game. That's terrible.
That ain't gonna cut it.
That's terrible. You're not gonna win national. You're not gonna win nothing averaging 14 turnovers a game.
They got to get their mind together, man. The SEC championship, SEC tournament coming up, they got to get their mind together. Right now, this year, this is the conference. This is the number one conference right now in women basketball. Anybody else, they can argue with your mama, your daddy. It don't matter to me. You talk to them about it, not me. But right now, SEC, the SEC conference, this is the top conference in women basketball right now. These were all the big dogs in. And they got to get it together because if you want to be a big dog, you got to get in that bullfight. You got to fight. And they right now, I don't see no fight. And man, I hope for a speedy recovery for Flage. I hope for a speedy recovery for Flage, man, because I know she got that little injury with her shin, and we missed her today. I mean, we needed another go-getter. We didn't have that. We didn't. Morrow, she did all she could. She did her job. You know, Morrow did her job. When she scored 28, man, come on, that's almost probably a career high for her. 12 rebounds. I mean, she did her thing.
Let's just clap it up for Morrow one time for reaching 100 career double-doubles.
Beast mode. Even Michaela Williams. Michaela Williams had 25. We need somebody else to step up. I was thinking, what's her name? The Gilbert girl. Kaylin Gilbert. I thought she would have shined. You know, this was her time to shine. You know, but
I don't think
it didn't fall. It didn't fall that way.
Like you said, LSU just don't have that fight in them. It's like we come in playing these teams thinking that we are better than what we really are, because these other teams they coming out, they hungry, like the intensity is high. Like you say, 14 turnovers a game, which means y'all are not locked in. Like y'all are not on the same page when it comes to these passes and these weak old screens that we be setting. Like it's just not going to cut it. You're not going to get to the championship that way, especially when you got chicks out there like Paige, Buckner, Juju, who just put up 30 on UCLA. Like, come on now. When we come across these teams, we ain't gonna know what to do because we don't have it. Like you said, they don't have that fight in them. These other teams, they hungry. We not acting like we hungry. We acting like we full already.
They thinking they're supposed to come. They thinking it's supposed to come easy. They thinking it's supposed to just come to them. It's not gonna just come to you. You gotta do something.
I think they too caught up in the outside of basketball instead of the basketball. But I'm saying like the off the court. NIL.
Are we trying to be? Yes. Are we trying to be ballers on the court? Or are we trying to be ballers outside the court? Because that's not gonna tie in with each other.
Yeah.
Man, study the greats. The greats didn't matter what was going on off the court. The greats matter. The greats only focus on the court. Look at the greats: Mile Moore, Candace Parker. Who else? LeBron, Michael Jordan, Kobe. They focus on the court. They did not worry about outside traffic.
One of your assistant coaches was a great, and I'm talking about Miss Simone Augustus.
And exactly. Did not worry about what was going on in the outside traffic.
And one more stat I want to point out about this Ole Miss game, and I'm going to leave it alone.
All right.
Ole Miss had 27 points off the bench. We had a total of 9.
I ain't gonna cut it.
Nobody.
But we already knew though.
But
look, we already knew that we ain't have no bench. We knew we ain't had no bench. That we knew that was our downfall.
Do we not have a bench? So much do we not use? Do we not have a bench or do we not use? Because
I haven't seen the bench come through.
Kim doesn't use. Kim don't have that much depth in her lineups. On a perfect game when everybody's healthy, maybe 3 people coming off the bench.
Okay, yeah, but that been like that all year. So apparently, she doing it for a reason.
It has to be somebody on that got some dog in them.
It can't be because she gave 5 or 6 girls chances that they coming off the bench. Like I said, and more than that, technically more than that. Because Flage didn't even play. Kaylin Gilbert started. You know? And Paul started.
Number 1. The chick from Lafayette. Can't think of her name.
Yeah.
But she ain't really do nothing. She ain't do nothing today.
Right. She ain't do nothing today. And Day Wilson, number 50. She normally start for our point guard. She didn't start. Poa started as point guard. So you know, something's going on. She's trying to switch something up to try to figure out, you know, who's going to step up. Nobody's stepping up. Kaylin Gilbert was the only one Kaylin Gilbert was the only one who could have stepped up this year, but she only did it 2, maybe 3 games all year, maybe 4. But I only can just recall 2 games, honestly, and that was against Tennessee. The 2 times we played Tennessee was the 2 times she went off. Other than that, I can't think of another girl other than our big 3 that actually then showed, you know, that they can score. You gotta score. This ain't soccer. This basketball.
Well, just to talk about a couple more upsets in women's college basketball. Iowa State upsets Kansas State, led by Audie Crooks. She had 36 points and 10 rebounds to lead Iowa State to complete that upset. That was pretty major. Iowa State was pretty good last year. Crooks is only a sophomore. I don't know if you remember her from last year. That was the girl who dominated in the paint. So for her to put up 36 in a game like this lets me know that they're tournament ready. They got some fight in them. So hopefully we can take some notes. But other than that, Virginia upsets North Carolina, led by Latasha Lattimore. She had 23. And there's one more. Oh, Georgia upsets Tennessee, led by Mia Woodfolk, the girl who's giving us buckets, Lord. She led them with 20 points in the win. So it's a couple upsets, a lot of upsets going on around the league, which lets me know that the tournament is really wide open. It's really
Yes.
who wants it more. Nobody is just standing out as just a dominant team. Not even your number one South Carolina. You know they got the number one with the coin flip today.
I'm
But
about to
they're
talk
not even
about this.
standing out. They're not even standing out as just a dominant team. So it's really wide open in this tournament. Anybody can win. It's kind of too early to make a prediction on who I think would win. I'm gonna wait till after these conference tournaments, and then I'm gonna get back with you.
But look, talking about that coin toss, make it make sense. What's the point of the rankings if I'm a rank Texas number one, but you number two in the SEC? Oh man, come on, man. That's bullshit. Why are we flipping
I
the
personally
coin?
think
I'm number.
I
I'm
pers-
number. I'm number. I beat the number one. I beat the number one and number two ranked team. South Carolina ain't do none of that. South Carolina the loss. Come on, man. What are we
I
talking
personally
about right
think
now?
I personally think that the committee didn't want Texas to be number one their first year in the SEC. I think that
Why
was
not?
a political role of them just coming to our conference and just dominating it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they wanted that to be shown like that. So that's just my opinion on why I think they gave South Carolina number one in the SEC. But
They lost to UConn, man. UConn was number 7 when South Carolina played them, man. Make it make sense, man. That's why y'all down there. That's why y'all down there ranked number 6 right now. Cause you ain't beating top team. Oh, y'all beat LSU. Oh, ha 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 ha. You thought that was something.
well, I think
But you
it
lost
goes
to
off
Texas
of
though.
the conference record, not the overall
Still though,
record.
man. Like I get it. It just boiled down, and that's why I had a problem with the college playoffs this year. What's the point of rankings if we're not actually going to use that overall in anything? I get it, right? But how does it make sense if I'm number 2 in my conference, but in the nation I'm number 1? Matter of fact, Texas beat UCLA. South Carolina lost to UCLA.
But again, I think you too focused on the over. I think you too focused on the overall record rather than just the conference record. If that makes
Yes,
sense.
I
Like,
am. And again, Texas beat South Carolina, and they are in the same conference.
so what's Texas conference record right now? They both. I'm saying they both had. I think they both only lost 2 games in conference, or both only lost 1 game in conference.
No, Texas ain't lost in conference.
Well, it's the reason why they were tied. So if Texas ain't lost in conference, that means South Carolina haven't lost in conference. But you just said South Carolina lost to
Well,
Texas.
right, South
So
Carolina lost to
some
Texas.
the conference record has to be the same for them to come down to a coin flip, is what I'm saying. So them beating UCLA and
Oh,
all
I'm so
that
sorry.
don't
South
matter
Carolina
because they're
beat them.
not in the conference.
It's because South Carolina beat them the first time.
Okay, so South Carolina beat them the first time. So they both got a loss in conference, which brought it down to the
1-1.
coin flip. That's why I like that. But it is kind of
It really
odd.
came.
Like you said,
Man,
it is kind of
it
odd.
really
Like,
came down to a coin flip.
but
Man,
like
what
you,
we playing? Tic tac
I'm about to
toe.
say, it is kind of odd, like you said, to be number 1 in the nation, but number 2 in my conference. That is kind of odd.
We playing any mini mighty mo. Catch a tiger by the toe. If he holler, let him
Basically,
go. Any mini mighty mo. Come on, man.
with the dice, bet on the 4 or 6.
You know, I guess because Texas haven't been number 1 in what 21 years.
Yeah,
I guess they like Nah, we ain't finna, like you said. I guess they committee say, nah, we ain't finna have it. Man, they just hate, man. I ain't no
But move,
Longhorn fan, but I'm gonna turn their head around.
I was about to say, moving along. LSU
You
baseball.
know, since I showed y'all I got that baseball on. Hey, doing their thing. LSU baseball, man, doing their thing. They doing what they supposed to do. You know,
10,
I'm gonna
10
just
and
say
1.
this: Saturday, man, they played Nebraska. Man, that was a good game. Um, it didn't, Nebraska came out. They came out striking. They was ready. Uh, they kind of called us slipping a little bit, but hey, man, just call it lucky number 7 when I'm at the casino. That's when the bats got to waking up for LSU because during the fourth, they had a 5-0 run on us. Um, but man, when it came down to the 7th inning, man, we took off. Man, we ended up dusting them up for like what 10-5. We ended up winning the game 11-6. So hey, one thing for sure, uh, Anthony, the pitcher, I like how the coach left him out there. Even when the game seemed it could have been going out of hand, they still had confidence in him in his ability. And man, he was throwing us back in the game. Like I said, the bats woke up at set the 7th inning, and we took off since then. Majority of our points came in the 7th inning. So and I also want to give a shout out, to the hometown hero, Josh Pearson, because he had a heck of a weekend. He had 6 hits, 2 RBIs, and seven runs. So my boy's balling all weekend in Frisco, you know. So
Well, I do
I
like.
think we looking
Uh,
good.
I think we look like I was about to say. I think we looking good. Number
Yeah,
two, number 2 overall in the rankings. Uh,
should be number
my
one.
I like that pitcher, Kay Anderson. He's 2-0 as a starter, and he leads the team.
Dog,
Leads the team in strikeouts with
dog,
26 strikeouts. I think
dog.
26 strikeouts. He hasn't even. We only 10 games in. He hasn't played every game. He only played 2 games as a starter
Mm-hmm.
with 26 strikeouts is just amazing in my eyes. I
Yep.
do like Jared Jones as well. Like you said, the best woke up in the 7th inning. He's
Mm-hmm.
second on the team in home runs, and he also leads in stolen bases. So
Yep.
we got a lot of weapons on this baseball team. Only lost 1 game, like I said, number 2 overall. I see them boys really going all the way this year, man. If we can keep the pitchers consistent, I'm gonna say that if we can keep the pitching consistent, we can go all the way this year. But of course, we're gonna get deep into the league where we get to playing these, other top ranked teams, and it's gonna really show whether or not we ready. So I'm just
Right.
interested to get to that part of the season when we like the competition start to pick up a little bit more, and I'll be able to really judge on what the outcome of the season could be.
Yeah, definitely. Cause like you say, even with the pitching, man. Even today, man, against our opponent, they end up still scoring 6 points on us. I mean 8 points. I mean, at the end of the game, man, that's too many. We gotta play better defense. Should no team go past 4 or 5 runs, and I'm giving them too much right now because I don't even want to see that. But like I said before, man, I just expect us to score 9 to 10 points a game. Cause
You
hey,
a
cause we
fan
the boys
because it's because you
running.
a fan.
We the boys running. I'm not a fan because we the boys running right now. We the boys who here. Hey, we just electrifying right now on offense. You don't think so?
I think so. I mean, number 2, we doing something right. Uh, but
Definitely.
I do think the offense can be better. I don't think we have I would like to see more home runs, even though we're only 10 games in. I think the leading home person with the most home runs got 3. So what? 3 out of 10 games. I think we can do a little better than that. But not saying that we are not in a good position. I just think that we could be in a better position as far as hitting. I'm gonna say that.
And like I say, man, we got a top recruit, the true freshman, Derrick Crew. I mean, hey, that boy been balling too. He's showing you why he the true freshman, man. So
Yeah.
6'2", 182. Hey, when that boy get that bat, man, hey, eyes open. Eyes open. Um, but man, look, we need to be number one because every time I turn around, Texas A&M losing. Them boys are so overrated. It's time to push. Hey, like I said earlier, I was gonna get on them people who come up with the rankings. It's time for me to get on y'all right now. Hey, get them boys out number one. Put them 5 or something. But whatever you do, you don't need to put them in front of LSU because LSU need to be number one. I don't see no team that's gonna keep up with us. I don't
Well, you
see
saw
it.
what Oregon. You saw what Oregon just did to somebody today.
What was the score to that game?
Let me pull this up, Chad. I gotta look on my phone and pull this up, Chad. Hold on,
Please,
this was
because
ridiculous.
man, I'm talking about
I ain't never seen this in baseball before.
especially college. And I ain't gonna sit here and just say I just watch a lot of it's hard to really keep up with college baseball, with all the teams. But man, I never seen a score like that.
Oregon put up
That's-
35
oh my
in a
gosh.
baseball game. I don't think y'all listen to me. 35
They
in
put
a
up football numbers.
baseball game. The final score was
Good question.
35-1. I
What
want to
if
know.
you was the coach? If you was the coach on another team, what you gonna tell your team?
I'm over here like, what umpire didn't call this game? There was no way them boys, when the score was 20-1, them boys wasn't coming back. They was not coming back. They let the score. Hold on, let me say this one more time, y'all. 35 in a baseball game is ridiculous. This
It's ridiculous.
Whoever they had throwing the ball, he was underhand tossing it to him. Oregon literally just had batting practice today. It was the home run derby.
Basically.
It was the home run derby today. Man, that was crazy. I ain't never. In boxing, when they throw in the towel, somebody should have threw in the towel for Columbia today. Cause that was ridiculous.
Ooh, I'm so glad you brought that up. Man, did you see that Tank and Rope fight though?
We almost got over this show without talking about the fight. You're right. Before I say what I gotta say, who won?
I honestly believe it was a draw. I honestly believe it was a draw. A lot of people saying, "Oh, Tank took a knee. Tank took a knee." But come on, man.
That knee, I'm not judging off of that knee. That knee was voluntary. The dude didn't punch him. He didn't knock him down. He voluntarily took a knee to wipe his face. I can't respect that. But
exactly. So no, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Right? If we want to go off power punches, my boy Tank had more power punches landed than Roach. He was touching them. He touched them more.
Whoa.
But if just by the eye look.
No Epstein.
Look, I'm gonna say this right. There's so much expectations on Tank. if he doesn't dominate his opponent, apparently he lost. Because that's all it was. He just fought somebody that was up to his competition. Man, come on, man.
And I think this is more reason why Tank didn't win that fight. Because
why?
Everybody knows Tank is the one, he was, came up under Floyd. And Floyd would like to outbox his opponent. Well, Tank probably thought that this was one of them opponents that he could outbox. And it didn't work. That boy was with him. Even like the last 3 or 4 rounds, Tank did not win those rounds. He was not winning no. Only thing you're doing, you're dancing, you're doing all this hopping, you're trying to throw little light jabs or whatever to get the punch count higher, but you didn't win that fight. I think them saying it was a draw really saved Tank, to be honest. And I hope when they schedule this rematch that he don't come out and take this Roach dude lightly like he thought he was. And I think that's why the outcome of the fight was the way it was, because you didn't take him serious. And that boy showed you he's better than what you thought he was. That's what happened.
But look though, right? He landed 36% of his punches. Tank did. Roach only landed 28%. Though Roach still landed more punches, he didn't, percentile wise, he did not. So you can't, come on, man. Like I say, because he ain't outperformed or not come out,
you gonna judge it off of accuracy?
What else they judged it off of? If
it
took the distance,
you led it with Tank had more power punches, but then you say Roach had more overall punches. Now you saying
he did land more punches.
Now your Tank landed a higher percentage of punches.
He
don't work like that.
What you mean don't work like that? So when they take a distance, what they looking at then, DJ? Bossmane?
When they do what?
What they looking at? When they take it the distance, what they look at? What punches they looking landed, at to make it a
not
draw?
Power punches, not power punches. They look at punches landed. And you just said the Roach dude had more punches landed.
By percentage, just like field goal percentage, who had the higher percentage of landing?
I don't think the percentage really matters.
See, I can throw 5 punches, but if I throw 5 and I land all 5, but you threw 10, you only land 5. Well, who actually throwing better punches?
It don't matter about throwing better punches.
Oh, no, it don't matter.
It's about the contact. It's about the contact. Is it not about the contact?
This is the game.
Like you just said. Whoa. You just said you can throw 5 punches and land all 5 punches. I'm throwing 10 and I landed 5. At the end of the scorecard,
which one sound
better?
We
both landed 5 punches. We both landed 5 punches. It don't matter. Look, if I do 10 and I can do 20. We both landed 5. And that's what matters.
And this is the argument between Jordan and LeBron right here.
No.
Jordan is 6 for 6.
Lord,
LeBron is what? 4 for 10?
If LeBron come out 6 for 12, at the end of the day, they both got 6. That's all I'm saying.
Man, look.
But I ain't got time to argue with you all night, chat. Let's ask the people below. Ask the chat. Are y'all happy with the outcome of the fight?
Under below.
Do you think Tank won or do you think Roach won? That's what we want to know.
Please let us know. Is it Tank or is it Roach? Who y'all feel like won that fight? Let us know.
I'm ready for the rematch.
Yes.
And Tank,
I got 1,000 on Tank. Get at me.
Everybody Tank fans. Everybody Tank fans, whatever. But me as a fan, like I said, I'm gonna call out the flaw. You didn't take this fight. You didn't take that boy serious. And he showed you he was better
1,000
than
on
what he
tank,
was.
1,000 on the tank right now with the rematch, man. Get at me. I need some more polo gear.
You heard
Come
him here
on,
first. Drop your cash app tags, anything, and
real talk.
bet Joe.
Get at me.
Don't bet me, bet Joe though.
Get at me.
But
It's cool.
we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah, we finna go and get up out of here, man. It's getting late.
We're gonna wrap the show up for the
Man,
night.
we got. Yeah.
Appreciate y'all
But
tuning
look,
in.
man, this complete. Another
Like
episode of Bayou Boys. It's your boy Joe, and like I said earlier, it's your boy right there, Bossmane done. You know what I'm saying? Hey, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment, share that like button. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram. And at the end of every episode, we got to give thanks to the man above for another opportunity to be here with y'all. Thank you, man. Y'all have a good night. We'll see y'all next week.